This is Patricia Esiedua, popularly known by Ghanaians as Nana Agradaa.
I am a fetish priestess. I am a fetish priestess.
This woman came to spotlight in Ghana as a traditional fetish priest. Then she moved on to become a Christian and a preacher. And now she has been sentenced to 15 years in prison. So she's now a prisoner. How does one woman in a very few years move from being a traditional fetish priest to becoming a preacher and now a prisoner? What did she do? What happened? This is the story of a popular woman in Ghana whose name is Evangelist Dr. Mama Pat, known also as Nana Agradaa. So a few years ago, this woman came to the spotlight in Ghana. She started gaining fame in the country as a traditional fetish priestess, not a Christian and not a preacher. Her specialty was consulting her gods and then doubling money for people who were in need. Also, people who had nothing, poor men and women, went to her for money doubling. That was her specialty, and that was how she became popular in the country. She had a TV station with the name Tender TV. With that TV station, she was able to advertise herself and then gain customers. People who were poor and needy went with money, and then she doubled it for them, according to reports. So, this continued until one day Nana Agradaa, the priestess, came out and said that she is no more into a traditional religion. She is now a Christian. In fact, she didn't just become a Christian, she became a preacher, an evangelist. She opened a church and named the church Heaven Way Church. The church is located in Accra in a community known as Wager. After her conversion from the traditional religion into Christianity, and also from being a priestess into being a preacher, many people came out to praise Nana Agradaa and said she was now on the right way. However, several Ghanaians also came out and said that, just like other pastors do, Agradaa has an agenda for opening the church. He was going to use this church to defraud the congregation, allegedly. Well, the church didn't stop. The criticisms didn't stop Nana Agradaa from continuing with her church. The church continued. Several videos that came out of the church were either controversial, either funny, or mind blowing. However, all this didn't stop the church from operating.
Angel Asiama, you're criminals. We are two criminals.
So, on the 5th of October 2022, Nana Agradaa took to a TV station and social media and then advertised that on the 7th of October 2022, she was going to organize an all-night church service in her church at Wager, where whoever come there with a financial issue would be given an amount from the 300,000 Ghana cedis that she was going to come with to the church. So, Ghanaians, every Ghanaian is always in need of money. Now, she didn't just appear on the TV advertisement empty-handed. She went there with several bundles of Ghana cedi to really prove that yes, there's money. And if you come to the all night, you'll be blessed with some of this money. And as you know, every Ghanaian is always in need of money. Like, every Ghanaian is always broke. I don't understand how. So, this drew the attention of several Ghanaians. And on the 7th of October 2022, Agradaa's church was filled to maximum. There were a lot of people over there. According to a report from GBC, Agradaa grouped the members in the church into groups of 20, where she instructed each group to contribute up to just 1,000 Ghana cedi, and in return, she would give them 50,000 Ghana cedis to distribute among themselves. Other groups were tasked to raise just 9,000 Ghana cedi, and in return, they would be given 40,000 Ghana cedis to distribute among themselves. This went on and on and on. Like, several people were sowing seed and sowing seed and sowing seed. Even people sow seed as least as 20 Ghana cedis. And according to reports, after all these monies were contributed and given to Agradaa, the leader and founder of the Heavenway Church, she absconded and left the people inside the church. Now, the next day after the night of the all-night church service, there were videos all over the internet with members who attended the church expressing their displeasure, their disgust, and their grievances over how Agradaa absconded with their money. These videos became viral. The police attention was drawn to this video, and then on the 9th of October 2022, Agradaa was arrested for questioning. So that is where Agrada's case started. So after her arrest, Reverend Dr. Evangelist Mama Pat, popularly known as Nana Agradaa, was arraigned before the court. She was also granted bail, meaning she was free to be home, she was free to run her church, and she was free to do everything she wanted to do, with some restrictions though. So the case started from 2022, and the case has been moving on and on and on. And what is surprising is that even after the accusations, the throwing of tantrums, and all those displeasure expressed at how Nana Agradaa treated those who went to the all night, there were still multitude of congregation at Agrada's church every church service day. So even though Agradaa has been on trial for the past several months or even years, Agradaa was outside at home living life as if there was nothing serious going on in her life. She picked beef and fights with people all over the internet. She said whatever she wanted to say and behaved however she wanted to behave. So on the 3rd of July 2025, Agrada's sentencing was pronounced by Evelyn Asamoah, a circuit court judge at Accra. So, before the pronouncement of judgment by her Anna, Evelyn Asamoah, a judge at the circuit court in Accra, she ordered that Agradaa be taken by the police to the police hospital, where they would perform a pregnancy test on Agradaa to ascertain whether she was pregnant or not. The test came out negative, so the judge sentenced Agradaa to 15 years in prison with hard labor. Agradaa is to serve her 15 years prison sentence at the Nsawam Minimum Prison here in Ghana. Agrada's lawyers, in an attempt to convince the judge to reduce the weight of Agrada's sentences, cited that Agradaa is a mother of 5 children. Currently, the eldest child is a 24-year-old who is a law student at the university, whilst the youngest one is simply and just 3 years old who will need the attention of a mother. So, the judge should do something about the sentencing. However, the prosecutor, Emmanuel Halliga, said that no, Agradaa needed a very strict and harsh sentencing to deter others who are willing or planning to take the footsteps of Agradaa, and also to teach Agradaa a lesson. Now, after the judgment was pronounced, Agrada's lawyer, Asari Balfour, came and then said that the judgment was too harsh and then pleaded with the judge to temper justice with mercy, saying that Agradaa was a first offender. However, the prosecutor, ASP Emmanuel Halliga, got up and then argued that Agradaa was not a first offender. And yes, the prosecutor was absolutely right. Agradaa was not a first offender. You see, in 2021, Agradaa took to her TV station, which was Tender TV, to make charlatanic advertisements and then entice people to come to her for money doubling.
I am a fetish priestess. I am a fetish priestess.
Upon investigation, it was found out that even the TV station which was operated by Nana Agradaa was not licensed. So Agradaa was also prosecuted in 2021, and she was given a fine of 10,000 Ghana cedis for charlatanic advertisement and operating an unlicensed TV station. That didn't deter Agradaa from going on to make several charlatanic advertisements yet again just a year after her first prosecution and conviction. Now this year again, she's been convicted of charlatanic advertisement and defrauding by false pretense. Now that is not all. Just a few days ago, we heard also that Just after the 15-year prison sentence for Agradaa, there's yet again another case against Agradaa which is currently in the court. A case between her and another preacher, Osofo Apia. Now, Osofo Apia is accusing Nana Agradaa of publishing his private videos. A video Osofo Apia was having sex with a married woman, and then Agradaa published this video on a TV station without the permission of Osofo Apia. Also, Osofo Apia is also accusing Nana Agradaa of assault because she thinks that a group of people from the camp of Nana Agradaa attacked him.
Yes, it's a case between Mama Pat and the complainant is Osofa Apia, Prophet Apia. I'm sure the matter is already in the media, so there wouldn't be any need for me to elaborate on the facts. But that is the case that we came on today. So the court has ruled that on the 30th we should come for case management, and that is exactly what we shall do. So on the 30th, Mama Pat will be in court.
So currently, as it stands, we are waiting to find out the judgment that would be given in addition to her already 15-year prison sentence. Others in the public are saying that she deserved more prison sentence, and others are saying that it is just a test by God as a Christian and a preacher. Well, what is your opinion? Let's find out in the comment section. And also, don't forget, we have created a Facebook page and we have created a YouTube channel. Please do well to subscribe, especially to our YouTube channel, where we will be posting more videos on true crimes. Please subscribe. There is a link in the bio, and this is the YouTube name. Thank you.